everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. Before I bring in my special guest for tonight, don't forget to check out our social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at ASC Pods. You can find our entire catalog on B Plus Play Radio. Find them on Twitter at B Plus Radio. Also, check out their sponsors over at Audible. You can get a 30-day free trial of audio books, all kinds of different stuff over there. Go to audibletrial.com/B+players. And don't forget to check out our sponsors over at Too Sweet Magazine. Find them on Twitter at 2TOO Sweet Mag. All right, tonight I have a very special guest. Hasn't been on in a while, but we're glad to have him back. He's running during Mania Week with Battle Club Pro's next big show. I was looking for a money thing to sound off, but I couldn't find one. Joakim Money Morales, how are you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the old Stain song back in the late '90s. It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
But you're back, and you got some Battle Club icons running during Mania Week.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited. Women Crush Wednesday. It's been an idea that's kind of floated around in my head, and back last year when they had announced that Mania Week was coming to the Tri-State, I was like, well, I'm gonna bring all women's wrestling to Brooklyn. The claim is laid that they'll be in New York, but MetLife is in New Jersey. So I wanted to
hint.
Yeah, I wanted to be, the guy that brought wrestling to New York, and I'm really excited about it, man.
I'm excited too because I think it's going to be a really big thing for the area. Because if you're not in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania kind of area, you don't realize how many independent promotions there are.
Right. I mean, man, there's, first of all, just across the nation, there's hundreds of promotions, and I would like to say that most of them are good. Most of them, don't have any bad reputation or anything. So a lot of them are going to be running with GCW and the Collective in the Jersey area. WrestleCon's going to be having the show. I believe that's Shane Strickland's last independent wrestling show. Thank you, Swerve, the man. Oh man, that first Innovative Pro main event. I congratulated him. Told him that's one of my favorite memories of all time. Is the hug we shared after that incredible main event. Yeah, there's just so much going on WrestleMania week, and a lot of it's that. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, aside from those WWE events, aside from NXT, aside from, New Japan and ROH, aside from the major companies that have contracted wrestlers and TV deals, there's going to be so many strong independent promotions running, and it's all spearheaded by GCW, and those guys, I've said it once, and I always say it, those guys are inspirational. They show what it takes to run a successful company. They show what you can get when you bust your ass and you work hard. So, Brett Lauderdale, Danny DeMonto, those guys are awesome. And I tell them that. I congratulate them whenever I get a chance. And they've been so cool about everything. It's amazing. And, I saw that and it inspired me to do something different. So, I came up with the Women Crush Wednesday thing because it's kind of been in my head let me be advantageous of a hashtag that's going to be used regardless. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring women's pro wrestling to Brooklyn and just do something different. Now I'm not the only show running, but I'm the only show running in that time slot in New York. The other three shows are in Jersey, and I hope the best for them. I hope they're successful. That pizza party in Richfield Park, Officer Dick Justice, I believe, is spearheading that. You have obviously got WrestlePro, Funny Equals Money, Pat Buck, that team. Kevin Matthews, Dave Sergio, they're incredible. They breed great talent. And then UPWA, I believe. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with them, but I hope they have all the best. One of my friends is apparently on the show. Seeing that Nick is going to be in a battle royal, which is going to be just crazy. So Yeah, no, there's wrestling pretty much every day this week. But I've got the honor to say that I'm bringing pro wrestling to New York first. And I also tweeted that there's going to be some no ring deathmatch stuff going on right after our show, about 20 minutes away, Brooklyn Underground, and that's being led by Casanova Valentine.
Yeah, two good friends of mine. Big Cass is working FMW Leatherface,
yeah,
aka
exactly.
Chainsaw Tony.
Right. So I mean, if you didn't have enough, of the excellent athleticism and craziness that Women Crush Wednesday is going to bring you, you have Murder Mania Night 1.
What a name!
Right, and then you got a team that's we're very familiar with it, Battle Club and Innovative, which is the Ugly Ducklings will be there, and they're facing the Gymnasty Boys, and that's awesome. I mean, I love those two tag teams. I haven't quite had the opportunity to bring in Gymnasty yet, but it will happen. And then Joe Gacy's going to be wrestling too. Is he Ophidian? Is he wrestling?
I think.
Yeah, so that's going to be crazy because those two guys are totally unique in their own right, and Joe Gacy's just a great friend of mine. Yeah, I couldn't wish anything better. So in Brooklyn from 7:30 till whenever Murder Mania ends, you'll have wrestling and totally different types. And then in Jersey, you have the 3 shows. So that just goes to show you that's the
little bit for everything,
right? And that's that's the tip of the iceberg. That's just the cream on top. Of this huge birthday cake that is pro wrestling in WrestleMania week.
Absolutely, but I'm gonna quickly as we can go through your card for Women's Crush Wednesday and get your thoughts on it.
Absolutely, man. I'm ready. Just let me know.
All right, let's see. This one we'll start out with is we got a gauntlet match, which is always fun. We have Layla Hirsch. I'm saying this is it Sahara 7?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure that's what it's saying. Versus Steph Daylander. Christina Marie. Let's see here.
Danny J.
Okay, Danny J. Thank you. Is that V-Press? Vipress, I'm sorry. I'm butchering these names for you ladies. Rachel Bostic and Ruby Reyes.
Yes. For the most part, these are all fresh faces in wrestling period.
Because I'm only familiar with maybe 1 or 2 of these.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one here has, other than Ruby Reyes, is in anywhere near, the double digits in experience. I mean, you could pick any one of these. I mean, Christina Marie, former PPW champ, I believe. Sahara 7 is a former MCW champ. Danny J, always training at the DDP Yoga Fitness Center. Vipers from the West Coast. I mean, part of the Essence with Harlow O'Hare and Soraya Knight at Blackcraft Wrestling. Rachel Bostic just came back from a tour of Japan. Steph Delander recently dropped the face Brooke gimmick and realized she'd be better being herself. Layla Hirsch, CZW standout. I mean, I don't know if, not to say anything bad about anyone that's ever come out of there, but she could very well be the best talent DJ Hyde has ever produced. And then, Ruby Reyes, the vet, she has, I don't think she has much or if any exposure in the New York area, and I had to make that happen, man. So they're all fresh faces in Battle Club. Everyone here is debuting. And for the most part, they're all fresh faces in pro wrestling.
It's always fun to see the fresh faces, especially during Mania Week when you're going to have the most, I guess you would say, most exposure you could possibly have.
Correct. I mean, we just on the financial side, is it fiscally irresponsible? Like, it's cheaper to find a hotel for a Wednesday. It's cheaper to fly in on a Wednesday. Just little things like that. So a lot of people were coming in early. So that's, me being advantageous of that fact. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for exposure because people will be around and they'll probably be looking for some wrestling.
Yeah, especially because you're probably going to get a lot of people from overseas too, that usually come over.
Man, that blows my mind seeing people make purchases from the UK, from Germany, from Australia, from Canada. Like, I'm like, wow, they're coming here. That's incredible, man. I mean, if any of them are listening to this, please just let me know where you come from. Give me a big old hug because I want to hug you. To make that trip and then to come to my show is absolutely the biggest privilege I've ever had.
Absolutely. All right, let's keep it rolling here. We have Vanity going one-on-one with Savannah Evans.
Yes, Vanity is. She was one of the first ever women to compete in Battle Club in a triple threat, and Savannah Evans always is dominant whenever she works for Battle Club. She had this awesome tag team with PB Smooth at our last show, Trial by Combat, which ended up being such an awesome moment. I mean, you figure intergender team wouldn't be the most physically imposing team in a match with three other teams of men. But Savannah Evans is just so dominant and intimidating herself in stature. And then you got PB.
She is a large woman, and when I mean that, she's very tall.
Yes, right. I think she's 6'2". She's taller than I am, and it's crazy. And then you got PB Smooth who's almost 7 feet. So those two, just mammoth people. It's just awesome. So, I mean, Vanity's got a tall order ahead of her, pun intended. But I mean, she's the OG. She's the vet.
Definitely. All right. Next we have Alley Cat and Veda Scott going against Shaza McKenzie and Indy Hartwell.
You got some overseas flavor in Shaza and Indy, Aussies, and then on the opposite side, you got your resident cat ladies in Alley Cat and Veda Scott. The Purdy Patrol.
I wonder if they'll both come out wearing the heads.
I don't know, man, but they had a singles match for us in Malice at the Palace last year, and it was hysterical. It was, like eye-popping because when they did bust out the wrestling, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, this was supposed to be a fun match. So those two teams going against each other, it should be really, really good. I enjoy the dynamic. I mean, Shaza is she's killer, man. She killed it at Shimmer this past weekend. Indy Hartwell goes by impressive for a reason. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's a good mix. It's gonna have flavor for everybody. You're gonna laugh. Who knows? You might cry. You might remember your cat. If you hate cats, you might want to see the Aussies come out on top. But it's just great. It's one of those things where it's like you don't. It's like expect the unexpected, and was pretty much it.
Definitely. All right. Next, we have a first time ever match with Tasha Steelz going one-on-one with Diamante.
Yeah, first time they're going to share the ring in a singles match. As long as I've known Tasha Steelz, she's wanted this match. She's wanted this singles match. It's always, this is the opponent I want. I am so happy to have given her what she wants in Diamante. And Diamante, I mean, what can you say? She's killing Queens of Combat. She's, LAX, Impact, Fame. I mean, she just murders wherever she goes. She's fit, she's fast, she's strong. And they paired up together for Trial by Combat with Casey Navarro, and that trio was awesome. Like, I watched them in action, and I'm like, I might have to make a trios title just for these three. And the issue has been challenged, and I'm just so happy. The Cuban Diamond versus the Burrica Badass. Like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be so good. They are similar but different. Even going down to the ethnicity, the Cubano versus the Boricua, like, this has got so many levels to it. I'm so excited, and I'm happy I'm going to be calling it.
Definitely. When your card came out, and this is no disrespect to anyone else on the card, when I saw this next match, this is the one I circled that I want to see. And it's a first time ever with the man-eater herself, Maria Manic, going one-on-one with Su Yung.
So, what do you get? Which spectrum, which end of the spectrum do you want to be at when it comes to a horror film? Do you want the monster that's a man-eater, or do you want an undead bride who's scorned?
That apparently uses Freddy Krueger hands if you watch Impact.
Yeah. This is the match that's going to get nuts. It really is. Like, there's no hiding it. There's no debating it. This is the match everyone's got to kind of be ready to move out of the way of, you know? Maria Manic, size, strength, consistently getting better in the ring. Su Yung is dominant, man. You talk about former Impact champion. He's put some real recognition to that title with her ability in the ring, and just traveling everywhere, doing everything because she's so good. I mean, that match is not only going to get nuts, but that's the one that's going to open your eyes. And like, if by some reason you're lulled, which I doubt with all these matches that are so unique, and with the exception of the Vanity versus Savannah Evans, every single one of these matches is a first-time matchup. So this is going to be the one that's like eye-popping, like, holy crap, let's look out, let's be ready to run. It's a car crash, so we can't help but look, but we know we got to kind of move.
Absolutely. All right, next we have a triple threat, which has Thunder Rosa versus Davian versus Ariel Monroe.
Big Swole was impressive that weekend for Battle Club and Innovative. Definitely needed to bring her back, and was looking to bring in Thunder Rosa for so long. And Davian has become kind of a mainstay for us. New England's New Nightmare, Not America's Sweetheart versus Big Swole, Ariel Monroe, who, along with Aja Pereira and Elia Fox. I hope I didn't say that name wrong, but like, their AAA, that trio tag team combination, kind of starting to kill it. Like they're picking up steam, and Thunder Rosa, I don't want to get into the legalities or whatever just happened where she used to work, but she's famous. She's world famous,
You know who she is.
Exactly. So like this is, you got the lucha, you got the power, you got the brawler, like three totally different girls that could totally mix it up, converging into one ring, and three different regions of the world. So it's just like when all these opposites attract, you just can't help but know something beautiful is going to come out of it.
I couldn't agree more with you. All right, let's see here. Next, we have the Sea Stars going against Solo Darling and a mystery partner.
Yeah, unfortunately, originally it was supposed to be Willow Nightingale, her tag team partner in The Bird and the Beat, but Willow suffered a neck injury and unfortunately had to pull herself out of all her
sending positive vibes her way.
Oh yeah, I don't even know if you can send any more positivity to her because she's so positive, it's ridiculous. Like she broke the news to, like, when I asked her, like, hey, what's going on? She's like, oh, I just broke my neck. Like, you can just, it's ridiculous how just incredibly positive and sweet she is. And she's going to be in attendance. She's going to have her partner's back, and whoever the mystery partner is, we don't know. And then on the other end, you got the Sea Stars, who are becoming like, okay, so everybody knows the Gift God, Joe K, Hokai, however you want to pronounce it.
The Gift Master, I call him.
The Gift Master, that's right, the man with the golden fingers. For him to sit there and tweet that they're probably his favorite wrestling act right now is got to be like a compliment you never thought you wanted while trying to get into wrestling, but then now you've got
now you have, and you're like, wow.
You're like, wow, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's true though. They're so good. They're so good. Everyone loves them. They're fun, but they mix it up. It doesn't matter if you're male, if you're female, if you want to go straight up, if you want to go technical, if you want to brawl, if you want to go hardcore. The Sea Stars can do it all, and they're having fun, and you're enjoying it and having fun yourself while they do it.
Definitely. All right, and finally we have for the Battle Club Icons Championship, the champ Harlow O'Hara defending her title against Kylie Ray.
I mean, outside of Jordan Grace, is there any female competitor hotter than Kylie Ray?
No.
There isn't, right? AEW's signee, killing it. Freelance, the Chicago area, you name it, Shimmer, Rise. She does it all. She does it great. Another one, just a bundle of joy. But if you blink, she's going to turn you into a pretzel. If you blink again, she's going to pull out a lucha move and smash you against your skull. If, she can just master all the techniques, all the styles of wrestling, and do it with such a big, beautiful smile that, you'll probably be happy that she's beating the crap out of you. And then Harlow O'Hara, our Icons champion, impromptu title match in July in the Bronx. She comes out on top against that very Jordan Grace. And she's been champion ever since. She's defeated Kimberly since then. She's defeated Ariel Monroe. She has, in that triple threat with Tasha and Diamante, she's won that match. She beat LuFisto at WrestleCade. I mean, Harlow is, we're lining him up and she's knocking him down, retaining that title. And you probably couldn't ask for a more opposite opponent for someone like Kylie Ray. I mean, Harlow is, the religious icon, the deity of damnation, born again priestess. Like, she's awesome. The attention to detail, what she does with her, it's kind of blasphemous, but just picking the things from the religion to kind of draw you in, like, whoa, what is this? I've sinned. Absolve me, master. She does it, and she just kind of captivates an audience with her entrance gear, her walk, the prayer hands. You just kind of you're mesmerized by it.
So I'd say she's probably grown the most since I first saw her within the last 9 months to a year.
Yeah, she just passed her 1 year anniversary with us. She debuted for us in March 3rd. She's coming into the first show of 2019 as our champion. When she debuted, we didn't even have a champion. We didn't have a championship, and she has that title now in her grasp. And she's defending it against, like I said, the hottest act outside of Jordan Grace in pro wrestling.
Definitely. Now, before I forget, there's one other thing going on with your show, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up, is you have Leva Bates as the special guest commissioner for the evening.
Yes, she was the special guest commissioner for our first ever all-women show, May the Queen Reign, and she kind of turned some things upside on its head. And our acting commissioner, Dan Reichert, is not really happy about it. I want to see the dynamic there, because not only does he kind of have issues with Leva Bates, he's got issues with Tasha Steelz. I want to see how that turns out, how that thing kind of explodes. But Leva, so good, so fun. She's told me she has some things in mind that I'm kind of weary of, but when she gets out there, she'll announce it and we'll go from there. I mean, perfect addition, incredible vet. The cosplay queen. You never know how she's going to show up to a show, and you're going to enjoy the fact that she really tries to just become these characters, because what we love about wrestling is how everyone is themselves, but her being herself is the ability to be anyone, and that's just so awesome. So yeah, man, we couldn't pass up bringing Leva back. It was just awesome. It was the perfect opportunity. And I want to see how these two act. Is it going to be an odd couple kind of thing? Good cop, bad cop? Who knows? But I'm looking forward to that interaction.
If my memory serves me correct, at the last show that she was commissioner, she cosplayed at one point as Deadpool.
Correct.
And later on in the night, it was Diamante.
Right. Oh man, Leva Monte will forever be my favorite cosplayer. Like she's like, hold on, I got the perfect replacement. Unfortunately, Diamante couldn't compete that night. Um, so she's like, I got the perfect replacement. So we're waiting, and like someone hits the LA, the music guy hits the LAX music, and I'm like, I guess he's just playing it until this person comes, and then out comes Leva Bass dressed as Diamante, and not only did she look the part. If you watch her match, she was doing moves by Ortiz, she was doing moves by Santana, she was doing moves by Homicide. She wasn't just Diamante, she was LAX, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. All right, now, if people want to get tickets, how can they do so?
At the door, man. Pre-sales ended today at 8 o'clock. We had a really good turnout for pre-sales, but if you want tickets at the door, you can. They're still limited, very limited, second row seats, and then the majority is general admission, which would either be bleacher seats, or if you want to stand closer to the action, you can. Yeah, so at the door only, but you're gonna miss out on that early entrance for the meet and greet. All pre-orders are VIPs. You get to come in early and meet the stars, the icons of Battle Club. To take your photo, to buy merch, to just meet everyone that's going to be there.
Definitely. Before we get out of here, while I have you on the line, because it's been a little while for Battle Club to come back. What's on the radar for Battle Club for 2019?
In 2019, if everything goes according to plan, which it should, we will crown our heavyweight champion. Just a little bit backstory on that. So far, Darius Carter and Matt McIntosh are in the final match. They've advanced. Anthony Bowens, Trip Cassidy, and Shane Mercer have to have one more match to advance to that final match. We would also really like to crown tag team champions, and anyone who's familiar with me knows that at Innovative Pro, we started a tag team tournament. And unfortunately, things didn't kind of go the way they should have for Innovative. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be absorbing the tag team tournament, and we're going to be crowning Innovative tag champs at Battle Club. So if my memory serves me correct, Domesticated Violence, The Awakening. Who am I missing? Well, I'm not sure if Davian and Jordan Grace are up in the air or not. And I think the main state.
Man, I think it is the main state posse.
Main state posse. I think it's the main state posse is the fourth team. If I'm wrong, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure that out. Oh no, it's not Main State Posse. It's about Matt Tremont and Mitch Valen.
That's right.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Yeah. So those are the four teams right now. I've just got to figure out the format, and then we'll be crowning tag team champions hopefully this year, and it'll be called the Innovative Tag Champs. What else do we have on the horizon? We'll probably bookend the year with another Icons show. And if all goes well, I mean, these will all take place in Brooklyn, which is going to be, the hope is that we can make Brooklyn our home. We started in the Bronx, and everyone loved it. And then we moved to Jersey. We did a show in Connecticut, did a show at La Boom. But we're looking for home now. This year is going to be mainly focusing on a home. So when you go to a Battle Club show, you know where you're going. There's no mixing it, moving around. You know where you're going. You know what you're getting. Aside from that, man, just continuing to work with our sponsors. Man, there's a bunch of them, and I'm really proud. JM Punk, A Shot of Wrestling, Title Match Network is one of our greatest sponsors. All our content is on their site. The Jersey Wrecking Crew, High Spot Podcast, the Jobber Tears, who is probably, aside from you, the podcast I do most, and I have grown with those people. Janelle, Wilkins,
that's awesome.
Mr. Black. They're great. They always sponsor. There's 3 matches sponsored by them for this show.
Fantastic.
The main event, Vanity versus Savannah Evans, and the Ariel Monroe Thunder Rosa Davian match. So those three matches are sponsored by the Jobber Tears podcast. The Salty Chip Show, It Ain't Faulty Being Salty. My man Damian Gracia, he is the sponsor behind the Tasha Steele's Diamante match. That keeping that Latin flavor. Shocky Woodward, Shock Talk. Longtime sponsor, man's trying to come up in the business, doing a little bit of everything. I'm really proud of him. True Heel Heat, my man Sid Puller, Baby Seth. They had Chrissy on the show with me. It was one of my favorite live experiences doing a podcast. They're very interactive. They're very knowledgeable. There's nothing against anyone I talk with. It's just I felt really at home. It was like I have fun when I talk to you. I have fun when I talk to Jobber Tears. I have fun when I talk to...
I know what you mean, where it doesn't feel like robotic.
Right. So like I have fun with you guys, and then when I spoke at True Heels, it was kind of it was like an intellectual like conversation. It was more like history, and I love stuff like that. You guys are all great at what you do, and you're all different at what you do. So this was different for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. I would love to go back. What I would honestly love is to get all you guys together and do something with you guys. Like I feel like you guys should be interviewed. I've already got that set on the docket. I'm down. I'm gonna start. I'm starting some Battle Club content, Battle Talk, and my first guest is gonna be the Jobber Tears podcast, because you guys are always asking the questions. But I mean, how did you guys get into the business?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. You sound like me over there with this freaking change of weather.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something I'm going to be working on. And I mean, Access Self Storage, fairly recent sponsor, but they're awesome. We're storing our ring there. They came out last time and they had water bottles and pins and tote bags, like truly great sponsor. They do a lot of community stuff. I believe autism walks and walks for women rights. An incredible company, hands down. And the oldest sponsor, because he's the sponsor I've known the longest, my friend at Review Fix, Patrick Hickey Jr. I mean, incredible author, minds behind the video game. He's coming out with a sequel. He is a voice actor on a plethora of games, most notably The Padre. Incredible husband and father. I've known him going on 20 years. So it's always awesome when, your friends can work with you and grow with you and do amazing things. Just to finish up, I mean, the Brooklyn Sty Dome, that's going to be where we have the event. That's the venue right in my backyard of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. They're awesome. THWF, True Hardcore Wrestling Fans, Ian David and Pamela Northern, awesome. Like, just support all the way through. There's just so many people to thank all the time. Joey Railroads, I mean, you do so many interviews with me. We've built this awesome friendship through these interviews and Absolutely. Seeing each other at random shows, CZW, GCW, whatever the case may be. Just coming across each other is always awesome. I love it. I love it. There is no Battle Club without the fans, without the workers, without the sponsors, without the staff, without the production crew. And I can't thank you guys enough. It's always great to see a company succeed, but I always feel like there's never enough emphasis on the people that make the show happen. I always equate myself to like the Dana White of Battle Club. Like, yes, I'm principal owner and I'm running the show and I'm the face, but there's so many more people who honestly are more important. And I really want to start emphasizing that this year. Like last year, for our 2-year anniversary, I thanked the fans. I had some of the wrestlers come out, clap the fans up, because we don't exist without you guys. And this year, I want the focus to be on the people that help make the show happen. Everyone from locals or people who make drives to just kind of help out with ring work, hey, whatever you need, I'm here for you. I want you to see my face. I want to build a connection here. Like those things are amazing, and I do my best to not be advantageous of it. If I utilize you for something, like I'm gonna try my best to compensate you in any way, shape, or form possible. Um, so yeah, man, this year's really about crowning champions, giving recognition to those people who make this possible, and continuing the original mission statement, which is bringing the best professional wrestling to which was the Bronx, now Brooklyn, as much as possible, and having the fans feel free and being, giving them the ability to be the kind of fans they want, to enjoy the kind of wrestling they want. I've been citing this a lot recently, where I saw the Studio 54 documentary, and someone had said that, like, when you go to Studio 54, you have no worries. You're free to be who you are. And that's the feeling I want when you go to Battle Club. There's nothing to worry about. The moment you walk through that door, all your worries are going away, and you're just there to enjoy the night. From start to finish, you should smile, you should be amazed, you should be encouraged, and you should be absolutely in love with the atmosphere, because we want you to come back.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Now, one thing real quick, if people want to get updates on Battle Club through social media, how would they do so?
Instagram and Twitter is X Battle Club Pro. Facebook is facebook.com/Battle Club Pro. Myself, all social media is my name, Joakim Morales. I'm always open to just listening to people. I say it all the time. I work multiple shoot jobs. I work multiple jobs, like outside of life, outside of my wrestling life. So if I take a while to respond, I apologize in advance. But I do my best to respond to everybody, because I know how much it sucks to just be left on red. Like, I don't do it on purpose. Like, I do a million things during my work week, and then on the weekends I try my best to try to have a bit of a social life, to spend with my family, to spend with my girlfriend, to spend with my friends. So you can always just reach out to me. You can reach out to the ownership team if you feel more comfortable with that. My three best friends of over 20 years, Michael Sabatino, Ray Batansis, and Elijah Thomas, those are the guys who are the new pillars of Battle Club, along with myself. I can always go back and get advice and help from Carlos Aristide, the founder of Battle Club Pro. He is enjoying his semi-retirement with his second child, but he's always there for me, and none of this is possible without him. So I always thank him whenever I get a chance. So yeah, man, that's it. If you want to find anything out, reach out to Battle Club, reach out to myself, and you will get it. We will do our best to accommodate you in any way, shape, or form.
Well, there you have it. I just want to thank you for taking the time so late on a Monday evening.
Yeah, I mean, I love doing these things, man, and hopefully it helps bring some more traffic through that door on Wednesday. And you're always welcome to come out. I know it's a bit of a hike for you where you are in Jersey, man, but here's the wonderful thing, man. Again, back to our sponsors. Everything will be up on Title Match as soon as possible.
There you go. So on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we'll see you back next time. Have a good night, everybody.